Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gotta Go Orlando. Things are about to get wild in Orlando, Florida. Is SeaWorld, Busch Gardens Tampa Bay, Walt Disney World and Universal gearing up for some major game-changing new additions? Well, we know Universal is. We're talking world-class attractions, epic coasters and experiences that Florida has never seen before. Could the next few months bring us some of the biggest theme park announcements in years, excluding Universal's epic universe? Obviously, in this video we are digging deep into the rumours, clues and bold predictions about what could be coming next for Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens and Walt Disney World. From thrilling roller coasters to never seen before experiences, we're breaking down what might be announced in the coming months. So buckle up, keep them arms and legs inside the ride vehicle and let's dive headfirst into the excitement. But before we start, let's roll them titles. Alright, so let's kick off with a project that we actually know the most about, and that is Universal Studios, the replacement of Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. That's right, the iconic coaster is heading out and something brand new is speeding in. So originally Rip Ride Rockit was set to close in September, but surprise, that timeline was moved forwards. And that's it. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit has now closed, and 2 days before its actual birthday. So if you wanted that last ride, unfortunately it's now gone. As for why the closure was brought forwards, well, we're not totally sure. It could be tied to the up and coming Halloween Horror Nights event and the placement of the houses and the impact to operating the event. It also could be due to the running costs and maintenance, as we know this ride has many issues, or maybe it's just part of Universal's overall timeline for bringing the attraction down. Personally, I just think Universal wants to get the job done. One thing for sure is Universal definitely seems eager to get this new attraction up and running as fast as possible. Now here is what we do know. Intamin is the company behind the brand new Universal attraction, and yeah, it's gonna be a roller coaster, so we're led to believe. What kind? Well, that's still a mystery. Could it be a spinning coaster similar to the Fast and the Furious at Universal Studios Hollywood? Or could it be a vertical launch coaster? Or maybe even a high-speed movie-style thrill ride? The possibilities are super exciting. I did ask this question on my Instagram and I got some awesome answers. But here's the exciting part. Project 830 is already in motion. We're seeing real changes happening right now. Situated right at the front of Universal Studios in City Walk and down the side of Hard Rock. Major landscaping has begun. All the areas have been cleared away and drainage is being added. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see piles being drilled for the footers very soon. It's hard not to wonder, could this coaster actually launch out of Universal Studios into City Walk alongside the footways? If so, this would be epic. Imagine the visuals from both the rides and everyone strolling through City Walk. Now when it comes to the theme of the new roller coaster, things are getting pretty juicy. The strongest rumour right now is Ghostbusters. But wait, some fans think it could also be Back to the Future, and if so, what a comeback. But if there's one thing Universal is good at, it is totally teasing us, dropping cryptic clues and signs on construction walls and keeping us guessing. It's like a true theme park mystery game. But the question is, what would you like to be built? Comment down below. We're also seeing areas being cleared behind the scenes for 2 new buildings, likely to be a future show building and ride maintenance facility. and a substation to power them launches. But here is a little juicy detail. The firehouse facade is getting a refurbishment. Now, is this just to patch up the hole where Rip Ride Rockit used to race through? Or is this a part of something bigger, tied maybe to that theme? And possible entrance to the new ride building. It's definitely got us fans buzzing. Now, latest rumours are suggesting that it could be a version of the Fast and the Furious roller coaster that is coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. But wait, there's more. It might also borrow some cool elements from what is being planned for Universal's up-and-coming park in the UK, Universal Studios Great Britain. Based on coaster recreations floating around online, this ride is shaping up to be a multi-launch roller coaster complete with a vertical spike element and a slick switch track. We're expecting plenty of twists, rolls and high-speed thrills. And by the looks of things, this one is definitely geared more towards teens and adults, so thrill seekers, get ready. So now let's zoom in on some of them behind the scenes details. According to permits filed on December the 23rd, 2024, the documents revealed the project's exact location and its potential impact to Florida's water systems. This is why right near the entrance of the park, where Rip Ride Rockit makes its return to the station, you'll spot big fencing, silt barriers and work being carried out on drainage. All this is designed to keep erosion and dirt and debris from flowing into the nearby waterways. Digging a little deeper into the permits, the project's footprint fits right within where Rip Ride Rockit is stood, except for one building near Soundstage 24 and the staff parking lot and the section of land being cleared in City Walk. The paperwork officially labels the work as improvements, covering everything from removing the old coaster to building the brand new attraction. So it's all systems go for a fresh, exciting ride replacing Rip Ride Rockit. Like I said before, more recently work has kicked off at City Walk, and that's got us wondering, could we be seeing a similar vertical spike that replaces Rip Ride Rockit's iconic lift hill? And could that spike be a similar height to the original lift hill, which is 167 feet tall? All I can say is if this is one of the elements, it's going to change City Walk in such a cool way. And if the ride system is similar to what is being built at Universal Studios Hollywood for the Fast and the Furious drift coaster, the ride vehicles will rotate, but not spinning freely. The rotation is controlled and programmed to hit specific viewpoints throughout the ride. You could be spinning on multiple axes, with track elements and vehicles working together to create a wild multi-dimensional experience. We seriously can't wait for more details to drop, because this project is already causing a huge buzz. The big question is what is it going to be? I guess we'll just have to stay tuned, because this is going to be epic. I'm really hoping this coaster ends up being an ultimate mashup. Think the heart-pounding intensity of Velocicoaster, the magical switch tracks and animatronics of Hagrid's, and the thrilling spins of Fast and the Furious or Time Traveller. If Universal and Intamin pull this off, it would be a massive leap forwards for Universal Studios. Fingers crossed. Can we please have a vertical launch? Please, please, please. Now, before I leave Universal Studios, I just wanted to mention the green panels and I-beams seen over at the expansion area of Epic Universe. I don't think these materials have anything to do with Universal Studios and a new attraction. These materials seem to be for new divider walls, similar to the ones that are being used to divide up Epic Universe's different lands. These materials are probably going to be used to separate the park from the road and waterworks. Now, I'm not saying that that expansion plot isn't going to be used for the new Universal Studios project. It's possibly going to be there to store track and supports. Hence why they're building a wall to keep us nosy YouTubers out. And I don't think these materials are for a wicked attraction. But the wall is there to hide something. Whether it's a Universal Studios staging area or an expansion for Epic Universe. I guess we'll just have to wait. So what's your thoughts on this Universal Studios project? Comment down below. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to smash subscribe, and if you're watching on telly, all you have to do is scroll up, go to the right, click our logo and hit subscribe. So now let's take a look at SeaWorld Orlando. So this next one all kicked off with a pass holders survey, asking the big question, what would you like to see added to the park in the coming years? And they gave you 3 options. The first one was a total retheme and refurbishment of Journey to Atlantis, the Mack Rides water coaster. Option number 2 was a roller coaster, a dynamic coaster that will take riders through a series of extreme elements, including a vertical launch, inversions, moments of weightlessness, high-speed turns and more, all in an open field vehicle so you can experience every part of it. Additionally, riders will experience unique track elements which will build anticipation at the beginning of the experience, using special effects and motion never seen before. Now remember guys, keep this description in your mind. And the final option, number 3, a new dark ride which would embark on a captivating ride and immersive journey into the enigmatic world of jellyfish and other creatures that have roamed the ocean since before the age of dinosaurs. Discover the mysteries behind their unique characteristics and so much more, showcasing a blend of outstanding elements and immersive fun. Guests will learn and experience these fascinating animals like never before. Okay, when it comes to the hard facts, this is all we got for now, but let's be honest, we all know which option we voted for, right? And if you forgot, it was that fast and high-speed vertical launch coaster we've been dreaming about. As for the other 2 options, I honestly think they're gonna happen, just maybe not right away. This survey felt like SeaWorld was trying to figure out what pass holders want most. Take Journey to Atlantis for example. It seriously needs a full refurbishment. The tricky thing is with rides like this, they cost a ton of time and money just to keep the effects running smoothly. Plus, any attraction with water is a whole other level of maintenance headaches. Between the power needed to move all that water and the constant upkeep on massive pumps, the costs add up fast. No wonder why log flumes are slowly disappearing from our parks. I just don't think SeaWorld would want to spend this bucket of money on this right now. It's not going to bring a large number of people to the park, and then to market it would be a waste of money also. As we know, all big new attractions bring footfall. As for the dark ride option, SeaWorld has already added 2 family attractions in the last couple of years, Penguin Trek and Expedition Odyssey. So building another family attraction ride with tons of detailed theming and immersive elements like Atlantis would mean adding another attraction that demands a lot of upkeep. Plus, it would be the 3rd family-focused edition in just 3 years, so maybe they want to mix things up a little bit. So what we're left with is the roller coaster, which I personally think is the best option. So who might SeaWorld be teaming up for this new high-speed attraction? Well, they've just wrapped up a contract with Mack Rides for Expedition Odyssey, their awesome flying theatre ride. So could Mack be back in the picture? It definitely wouldn't be a surprise. We know that in the past, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens team up with ride manufacturers, and normally they bundle several projects together. Take B&M for example, when they worked with SeaWorld on Penguin Trek and Pipeline, and at Busch Gardens, Phoenix Rising. Most likely these deals came batched together, so if Mack Rides is involved again, we could be looking at multiple exciting new projects on the horizon. So let's imagine SeaWorld and maybe even Busch Gardens have locked in a multi-attraction deal. Could SeaWorld be eyeing up a Voltron style striker coaster model for their next big addition? That would definitely crank up the excitement. And with that in mind, I headed to the mock ride brochure, which I got from IAPA, and I headed right to the description of Voltron, and it has some very similar key features to SeaWorld's description from that survey. And here it is. The new coaster from Mock Rides combines numerous innovative elements with several inversions where the track layout turns riders upside down and then brings them right back to the upright position. 4 launch or launch phases, 2.2 seconds of weightlessness in one go, and the world record for the steepest launch of 105 degrees. The new ride offers an intense and incomparable ride experience that is unique in the world. Immediately after the start, the ride ascends a vertical 30-meter element powered by a 2000 HP drive. Some of the passengers sit to the left and right of the track without anything above or below them. This creates a particularly exciting feeling of freedom during the ride, such as seats protruding over the track, already a characteristic of the Big Dipper roller coaster type, which was also developed by Mock Rides. And we have to say, this ride looks absolutely awesome, and it has a lot of similarities to what SeaWorld put in that survey. It really checks all the boxes, and it is clear this is going to be a total game changer if this is what SeaWorld is planning. High-speed multi-launch coaster with vertical launch, twists and thrilling elements throughout. Best of all, it would be likely to be smooth and an efficient attraction for SeaWorld to operate and maintain, even if it includes some similar effects to Penguin Trek. I'm just saying right now, electric eel. But like I said earlier, I can totally see all 3 options being on the table for future projects over the next 5 years. This survey felt like SeaWorld was asking, which one do you want first? So if nothing else, it gives us a pretty exciting glimpse at what the next few years could look like for SeaWorld's big plans. What an exciting development. What do you think? Which option would you pick? All we need to know now is what's happening with them hotels. Have they been shelved for future development? Who knows? Enjoying the video so far? We hope so. If you're finding it helpful or just having fun watching, don't forget to smash subscribe and give us a thumbs up and share with your friends and family, as it really does help the channel grow and keeps the good vibes going. Love Orlando, so do we. That's why we created GottaGoOrlando.com, your one-stop guide to everything happening in Orlando, Florida. From the latest theme park news to seasonal events, insider guides and so much more, we've got you covered. Planning your trip, we've teamed up with Floridatics for unbeatable deals on theme park tickets, and with Booking.com North America for flights, hotels, car rentals and theme park and attraction tickets all in one place. Need wheels while you're there? Check out our partner Rent Cars, where you can easily compare prices and find the perfect ride for your Orlando adventure. All the links are waiting for you in the description down below, so take a peek, plan your trip and get out there and go and make some memories. Okay, now let's shift a gear and talk about Busch Gardens Tampa. Earlier I mentioned how United Parks, who are the main company group owners of SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, usually go for those multi-attraction bundle deals, and that might just be the case here too. We've seen a pretty similar attraction timeline between Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. Over the past couple of years, both parks have been leaning into the family-friendly experiences. First came Phoenix Rising, and then this year we got Wild Oasis. So the big question is, will Busch Gardens go for a 3rd year in a row of family-based attractions? Or is it the time to bring the big thrills back? Now I know that rumours have been swirling for years and us fans have been dreaming about it. A Giga coaster finally coming to Busch Gardens. And if you're wondering, a Giga coaster means a ride that stands between 300 to 399 feet tall. For comparison, Iron Gwazi is already a beast at 206 feet tall. So yeah, a Giga would take things to a whole new level. And it would be awesome to see these two coasters standing next to one another. We have already seen land clearing happening over at the old Scorpion site, which has definitely had people talking. Could this be the future station for Busch Gardens' next big investment? The question is, will it be that Giga? Now going back to SeaWorld and Busch Garden bundling deals, as if Mock Rides is involved, we have an issue. Mock Rides manufactures only two tall coaster types, the first being a Mack Mega and the Hyper Coaster. Both don't hit the height of a Giga, so we have a couple of options. Option 1, Busch Gardens isn't a part of a multi-attraction deal and won't be teaming up with Mock Rides for this project, and if they are, we won't be seeing a Giga coaster. So if Mock Rides is involved, what could we be getting? Maybe a hyper coaster similar to the one built in the UK, Hyperia, that stands at 236 feet and packs a punch with a compact layout loaded with thrilling elements like the world's first outer bank, airtime hills, an Inman, and even a stalled dive loop. I know it's not a Giga coaster, but if Busch Gardens gets something like this, we're definitely in for a wild ride. Or they could potentially be working on a different mock coaster type, let's say the Mock Big Dipper. Or option 2, we could see a Giga coaster being built by none other than B&M. They've got a strong working relationship, and honestly it makes sense. Imagine something along the lines of Fury 325, built custom for Busch Gardens Tampa. Now that would be a serious thrill machine and definitely bring the footfall to the park, making the investment worth the spend. I think either option the GP will really like. So what could be next? What's your thoughts? A Giga, a Hyper, or something completely different? Comment down below. Now my last topic is Walt Disney World is hosting its big D23 event this month, and we're all hoping to get some more details on the highly anticipated Villains Land. Rumours are already flying, especially about the mysterious roller coaster hidden in the concept art. Word on the street is that Intamin might be involved, and this attraction could be geared more towards a teen and adult crowd, as it would be the second roller coaster at WDW with inversions. But for me, I would love to see a villains version of Taron at Phantasialand in Germany. This multi-launch coaster is highly themed, and I can totally see elements of the theming over in Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom, with its track twisting through jagged rockwork, valleys, waterfalls, and flying over top of walkways and buildings at high speed. All that with a dark, twisted Disney villains theme. Now I would have expected Disney to team up with Vekoma again, given their strong history and ride innovation, but if Intamin's on board, things could get really interesting. This has the potential to be Disney's version of Velocicoaster / Taron. I'm very excited to see what, if anything, will be announced at D23, as we all know that this project is well underway. Land clearing has begun, a new road is being built to replace an old one. It's all go behind Big Thunder Mountain. I guess we'll just have to watch this space, and then we hop over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. There's the much talked about Doors coaster. This one's a Vekoma suspended family coaster, and from what we've seen, it features a vertical lift and maybe even some sort of launch. And get this, the seats rotate. It's a family friendly thrill ride that is shaping up to be packed full of unforgettable Monster Inc. moments. And let's be real, if anyone can bring something this imaginative to life, it's Disney and the incredible minds over at Imagineering. What an exciting time for us coaster enthusiasts. So that's it for today. That's my predictions. So let's see what's gonna happen. Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens and even WDW. Whatever they do, I'm sure we're going to be getting some world-class attractions, and I cannot wait to see what will be announced over the coming months. What do you think will happen in these parks? Comment down below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell and share with your friends and family, as it really helps the channel grow. Now get out there and go and make some memories, and don't forget about these 2 videos right here. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on our next video. Bye YouTube.